Rory, another Six Nations, another opportunity to co-captain with Finn. How do you enjoy that role?
Yeah, I mean, enjoyment is, it's more to do with excitement around the opportunity that's there, the responsibilities that are there, and there was a lot of learnings from last year. It was the first time doing it. I know that last year I said it's one of these things that yes, there's co-captains, but in every team there's a leadership group that shares responsibilities and people's strengths suit certain different things. So, that's how it's going to work again. But also we've learnt a lot, and we'll be looking to implement that this year.
Rugby changes a lot for Sone Tuipulotu. Unfortunately misses out. I suppose it's an opportunity, but for you, does that mean you have to step up even higher than you already have done?
I think, like you said, injuries happen and it's one of these uncontrollable things in rugby. Worth saying, I'm gutted for Sione. He's my mate, and the form that he was in was sometimes pretty, it was something to see. Like it was hard to believe. Every week, I'm lucky to play with him at Glasgow. Just rocks up and plays something better than he was the week before when you're winning man of the match almost every week. So it was really exciting to see what he was going to be able to do in this campaign. But that's happened, it was uncontrollable. Park it and you focus on what you can control. And like you said, there's responsibility there for myself and Finn to deliver on the leadership stuff, lean on guys around us in the leadership group and the more experienced players and learn the lessons from last year, so that we can start well, because it's Italy at home first up, and every game in the Six Nations now is a tough one.
You talked about learning lessons from last year. You had a pretty good autumn, 3 out of 4. Why is this Scotland team, in your eyes, better than it was 12 months ago?
I think every single time we come together, we train hard, we develop, we push ourselves as much as we can for sometimes what seems like marginal gains. And there's no sort of triumph without sort of trial and error and tribulations. So we've experienced that loss, like you said, against South Africa. We experienced losses in the Six Nations last year, but it wasn't through the lack of desire to get better, desire to develop. Coming into this campaign, there just seems to be a real focus, on what we need to deliver on. It's very early doors in this campaign. We obviously only met for the first time on Monday morning. But the discussions going on were so encouraging from the point of view that everyone is saying the same thing. We're all aligned from the start, and we're talking about what we need to do so that we can deliver in these big games.
You talk about delivering at club level. Glasgow delivered. Has that helped bring into the international setup with so many Glasgow boys now playing for Scotland?
I think belief is something that's really important. So, like I said, when you're at the coalface and trying your hardest to develop and push as a team, and you don't come up, but then eventually, like you say, at Glasgow we had that experience of delivering and winning something. That helps with belief, and the belief's so important because, when you come in on a Monday and your shoulder's sore, or you're in a bit of pain after the game on the weekend, to go again, that belief is a massive motivator and fuel.
3 home games and England away, which you've had a good record. It's a pretty good run you have. Yes, good teams, but is this Scotland's time?
I think, like I said, there's belief, and there's a real focus around what we need to do to deliver, because we haven't yet. That's the truth. In a Scotland sense of going out and winning these games. But we almost can't look, we definitely can't look too far ahead. Italy they beat us last year. They're playing really, really well at club level and internationally in the last wee while. You have to start well, and that's our mindset, is you have to start well. So everything's kind of focused on the first game.
You said a phrase there, we haven't delivered yet. Is that talked about in the squad?
What's talked about is what we need to do to deliver. We've had meetings with ourselves, discussions, and asked ourselves, what is it that we need to do in training so that come Saturday, when we've got an opportunity to go and deliver, how do we do it, and how do we make sure? And I think the big thing that's coming out of it is that we're in control, and we can control lots of aspects of it.
Do you feel you have a good enough squad to go on and win this championship?
Yeah, that's ambition, is to go and win, obviously, and ambition is massively important. Same as belief, it's an ambition that you're looking at a massive opportunity. It's one that gives you butterflies thinking about the things, but you take that ambition and use it to focus and do all the difficult, controllable things that you can do.
Brilliant stuff, Rory. Thank you.
Thank you very much.